Alright, we are going to start on this set tonight because I'd like to. So this is my second video for tonight. I've just done another one from my electronics channel, which is bad because I've only just finally caught up on posting all the videos I was going to post. But now I want to have one in spare, so we're going to start on this one. I don't think we're going to get the whole thing done tonight because it looks quite substantial. And I'm going to break it down into two shorter videos. It's only going to go for 15 minutes because too many long videos. It's just not working out. Where did that come from? Alright, there we go. And I'm still recovering from my bicycle incident. So let's take it out. Well, we've got two books, right? So there's going to be three books. There's only two books. This is a 3-in-1 creator. Oh no, there are three books. The other one's kind of hidden on the inside of that one. Oh, there it is. So you get 3 whole books out of this. Maybe we should do the whole first project for fun of it. Alright, so there's the box. Have a good look. This guy has got goggles on. And there are people down on the beach who are square people. So, 3 bags. Not in any particular order. We'll get this bag open first because it's the medium-sized bricks. I'm going to put this truck, which is now sitting here for no reason, right there. Get the plastic bag crumpling out of the way. So I think I should do this in a couple of videos because I'm feeling a bit tired and this will be a boring video. Is the main reason. So everything is in all 3 bags. So in order to build this person, you have to kind of open all the bags, I think. Alright, everything's coming out of here. Look at this, it's got pasta pieces. Pasta. I don't know if I've had those. I must have had those at some point. I might have had those at some point. But I've never had them all together. So let's just get this person with their head on, because you need to get your head on. And they've got some Captain America pieces. I don't know if they're Captain America pieces. So today, I think this morning, the latest Endgame trailer appeared out of nowhere, took everyone by surprise, so I was quite excited to watch that. So excited that I decided to watch Iron Man again, but because I saw it at the shop for $1 pretty much on DVD, so I went and got it, and I thought, well, I'll watch that tonight, and my computer couldn't read the whole thing, so I only got most of the way, halfway through. So we'll have to come back and watch it again at a later date. I don't think there's anything wrong with the DVD. Yes, I could watch it on some streaming thing, I'm sure. But I think I've mentioned that I don't like getting streaming things because it's too, I don't want to watch movies all the time and things all the time. And I would if I had streaming services. At least I think I would. I don't know. I mean, I had Netflix for a month just to watch Stranger Things, and I only watched a few episodes of Star Trek in addition to that, which I have to say I mean, I'm sure I know it's got better, that the new Star Trek Discovery TV series gets better with time, but it just didn't excite me. So I should watch that other one, that Orville or whatever, at some point. And I will watch these things. Like, I will get another Netflix, months of Netflix, when the next series of Stranger Things comes out. And that way I can watch all the other things I want in one big go. It's just that I'd rather just pay, I just want to pay for the things I want to watch, and then not for everything else. And that way I only end up watching what I do want to watch. You get it. Or I can just get Iron Man real cheap on a DVD and watch it on my computer at any time I want. And nobody will ever know that I did that. No computer will ever know. Because I'm certainly not telling everybody on the internet. Well, I'm not telling everyone on the internet. I'm not telling anybody. But I told somebody. I told the AI at the YouTube servers some interesting things, and now they are processing that as we speak. Probably doing some kind of cool facial recognition thing and some weird stuff that they do on TV programs that computers actually do in real life. That I know that is true. And then this one goes in the middle. So I like this little bit here. It's like these little corner bits all together. I find that oddly satisfying, and I would find it oddly satisfying if I could find them all. Here they are. I think we can do this whole thing tonight. I think we're going to get through this real quick. Or at least because I'm finding it quite exciting, actually. So today's a bad day in New Zealand. Though it was a good day at parts, but it's turned out to be a rather odd and unexpected day for New Zealand. Which I'm not going to go into because I don't want to. Well, I don't want to say specifically what has happened today. But it's not the kind of thing you think that New Zealand would ever have. And we just have. So everything has changed in New Zealand. Tomorrow, New Zealand will wake up a different country to what it was this morning. Which is sad. It's also sad for what has happened. But people will move on. And we will find new ways of doing things. What have we got here? This can go here. About aeroplanes. Let's just remember the aeroplanes for a second, because that's what's important. They're all the little red bits that I'm looking for over here, so we've got to do these things. I like the way they do this. Hold on, do they actually tell you, like, you know, they tell you to put that one in, but they don't tell you to put that one in. It's just like that. I mean, I guess that makes obvious sense. You can't put them both going in at the same time. But, so there we go. And, oh, this is getting confusing. I wanted a red one. This is the thing. Okay. What's these? So here we go. We're back to the non-inward ones. Oh my goodness! I had the perfect opportunity to make a comparison, but I've gone and put away all the inward ones. Oh, you have to be kidding! I just got to leave it on the table, but I haven't. Okay. So anyway, this ongoing discussion about these inward and outward these things. You know what I mean? You can see that, right? Of course you can. And maybe wouldn't it be neat if the set had both kinds? That would make my day. That would just make everything nice. Well, not really, but it would make things different. So anyway, after I finished watching, trying to watch Iron Man, I tried to watch Never-Ending Story, and that was fine. It's just that I wanted to go and do this and not watch TV things all day, because I can watch it tomorrow. And it's quite interesting to see such, because that was a big thing when I was a kid, and I don't think I've watched the Never-Ending Story for a long time. So where are we doing this? All right, so this bit goes here. So I got past the part where the horse dies, and that's real quick, isn't it? That's like straight into the film, and the horse is already dead. And you're like, oh. It didn't quite have the same emotional impact. If you haven't seen that film, I'm sorry, I'm just going to ruin something really important for you. That the horse dies. But I don't think there's much of a time to really build up an emotional connection to the horse. It's just sad that you have to watch the horse die. Though I did think about like how they did that scene, because obviously it's not done with computer graphics and such like. It's a real horse, or at least in parts there's a horse there that looks pretty real and not like a puppet. So that horse must have been under a bit of stress. So I guess they were trained to sit in large quantities of mud. That would stress me out, being in mud. I'd panic. So I hope they did all the right things and that horse was treated well. So there we go. No, I mean, you know, in real life, not like, because in the film it dies. Or they die. And, okay, where's this blue thing? So that's like the opposite of being treated well. And we've got to put these little blue things here. And they go there. Right. And then this one goes there. Yeah, I feel like I should be watching the old Marvel films again, because after watching people talk about Captain Marvel, uh, people seem to remember a lot of things. I mean, I guess when you watch people on YouTube and they're talking about these things, of course they must, they must make a lot of notes and they must watch all these old films many times because it's their job. So they must remember all these little one-line things. But apparently, so they've watched all these movies, and I feel like I should watch them all again just so they can pick up on the small bits that I missed out beforehand that might have an impact on later dates. Maybe. Alright, so where are we going to... This looks like a submarine. Why does this feel like a submarine? It's like, this is not a submarine. Yeah, one thing was like, apparently Nick Fury is all surprised at aliens in, the first Avengers film. And it's like, well, that makes no sense because he's just seen aliens in 1995. And I just feel like that's just something you shouldn't be picking on. Like, I guess, when you have to do a nerdy channel, film geek, let's call them geeks, channel, then you want to pick up on these kind of things. But that's just like, what is Marvel supposed to do? They're like, well, we've got this really cool storyline. We think it's a really cool storyline involving Nick Fury in 1995, and then he meets the Skrulls. And so he meets aliens. But there's this one line that most people forget, or there's a part from that Avengers film that most people have forgotten. The average film goer has forgotten, and they're going to be like, well, that contradicts that. But who really, what? Otherwise, they just have to give up an entire storyline just because they have this one line in another film. And this is the problem when you have this big multi-film universe. Well, it can't be perfect. Stop expecting it to be perfect. They're not making them all at once. They haven't written them out on the back of an envelope, the plot lines and all the dialogue already, and all have it all done like J.K. Rowling. They're not like that. They're kind of making it up a bit as they go along. So, I don't think that's really something that you can legitimately complain about. So that's my little opinion. So now this is nice. I like this because it's got a blue one next to a red one, and that's also kind of weirdly satisfying, especially because this blue one's next to a blue one, and that's next to the red one. So this if you kind of, I don't know, this feels like this sort of therapeutic thing, like the adult coloring craze, which I have to admit I'm not a big fan of. It just doesn't seem to appeal to me. But it's that kind of thing maybe that you kind of like. I sort of feel like you want to get all the colours in the right position, and it's therapeutic when they do that, and it all matches up. And there's a nice sort of harmony in this. It just feels nice. I think it does. But then again, I mean, this is essentially the same thing as adult colouring, right? When you're an adult and you're building Lego sets. I'm confused. What's happening here? Oh, I completely missed this part out. Alright, let's have to go back a few pages. We're going to have to go back all the pages to here, and it doesn't look like it does in the picture. Okay. Where did I put these things on? Why did I put these ones here? I don't think I was supposed to. I really wasn't. Where did this come from? Like, what was I thinking? Where? How did I get to that point? Okay, well, these things actually go there. Seriously, talking about all these other things, I should just be concentrating on the task at hand. But that wouldn't be fun, right? Because there would be no moments of tension. Oh no, I've gone and put a piece in the wrong place. Where am I up to? What page am I up to? I think I've done. I go up to here. There wouldn't be no. What are we up to? 14 minutes. Okay, maybe we should finish soon. It feels a little bit short. Oh, there's quite a few pieces left, aren't there? There are quite a few pieces left. So we're going to do up to how many steps are there? There's 70 steps. Okay, we'll do up to step 30, and then we'll call it a day. So this one's going to be the control panel. I've gone and forgot what I was just going to say. It was going to be really funny and cool. But then I got all caught up in the time, of things, and so that one can go there. I think that little control knob thing has to be turned around, and that control knob certainly works a lot better than that fake Lego one we did last time in that very quick and random video. And so this is going to be tedious. I don't know if this is going to be so cool. It's just like putting all these little grey things. Does someone find that interesting? Or maybe they do. Maybe they... If you're you should go off and do those kind of things. People make neat little water features and paths out of little 1x1 pieces, which I have to actually admit looks quite nice and quite a fun way of making an aesthetically pleasing your own creation, a yoke, if you will. I'm glad that didn't turn out to be a swear word or something. There might be. That's the big problem, right? Maybe in different languages, or maybe it's like I have to look it up on Urban Dictionary. Because you don't want to make a joke and then it turns out you just said a really inappropriate thing and you didn't mean to say it. But then it's like, well, since I don't want to have any swearing or anything on this channel, and I haven't quite got my computer set up yet for doing editing. Then I'm going to potentially end up wasting the entire video. Or I could go through my minimal editing as beeping something out, which is a bit weird. So, and it kind of ruins the fun of the whole thing. The whole fun of it is, can you just do the whole thing in one go without mucking it up? And there's a bit of tension in there. You never know if it's going to go quite the way you expect. So we're up to 27. So we are in fact... Oh, this is disappointing. We're just going to cover the whole thing up with these. Which makes, there's this kind of appeal that you can take that off and it looks a bit like an engine, but you're not going to, are you? You're not. You're just not. But it feels nice that there is that detail underneath there. But it also feels bitterly disappointing that you'll never actually get to see it. Well, your observers who come along and judge your work, if you leave it on your desk at work. And they'll say, well, that's a nice thing, but you don't really see much with this part here, do you? And you're like, thanks, Keith, from work, who is always assessing my stuff. Alright, and stealing my lunch from the work fridge. Wow. Oh, here we go. I was going to say, we're running out of pieces here. We probably do have to go up to 35, because there were technically 70 things, and 70 divided by 2 is, I believe, unless they've decided to change that, is in fact 35. So what's this thing? Right, this is alright. I thought they would just like do this and you've done it, but no, in fact there is more steps. I'm just not paying attention. I am paying attention. I'm just padding things. Where is that piece? What's this piece? This is weird. Have I had this before? I don't think I might have had this and think I've commented on it before. There's quite a few of those, but there isn't the piece that I'm looking for, which is that one there. Kenny help me find it? Kenny help me find it? Kenny's not much use. It's got to be around here. Right. I haven't dropped everything on the floor, so it's not there. Because not under there. It's not there. Literally can't see it. Oh, there it is. That's always the best way to find things, is to say, I literally can't see it. Don't know where it is, and magically it will appear. That happened a few days ago with my keys, when I spent an entire, almost, maybe even more, of an entire hour trying to find my keys, and they were, of course, sitting on my desk in kind of an obvious place. And I probably said something like, I've been looking for an hour, where are you? And then there they were, my keys. They'd been there all along. So, which is how it always works out, and it's so tiring. I do try to put my keys in a consistent place each time, so we don't have to go, oh, this doesn't look right, I don't have that. Oh, I do. Sorry, I thought I had that was the front, but it's not. And we have missed out a part at the front. This thing here is supposed to go over the top. So there we go. And that's nice because this sort of sits there. And it's going to link up on the top. Oh no, it's not. It's going to go down like, ooh, look at this. It goes down like that and then slots over there. Now that is satisfying. So far, this set has been immensely satisfying. If you're into the kind of adult drawing things, or if you're a child, if you're into colouring, and if you're any age, except perhaps if you're a teenager, and you're into colouring because you aren't allowed to colour, only adults and children are, not teenagers, then this is probably in a similar kind of thing for you to do, this set here, this particular set. So I don't know how we got to 37, but we've jumped a lot of steps in a matter of seconds. So we're going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, and we're going to finish that tomorrow, and that will be fun. There's 2 more models that I can save for a much later date when I've completely run out of things to talk about otherwise. So cool. Thanks. Like, share, and look at Kenny. He's going backwards and forwards. I can stop doing that. Is that? Alright, bye.